into the bye with a record of 2-7. This is not what anybody wanted. Welcome into Raiders Gameday, Amber Theoharis, along with Eric Allen and James Jones. And yes, the score of this game was 41-24, lost to the Bengals, but we're going to try to give you a bigger picture of what is happening with this team and what maybe needs to happen in the bye to come out and have a better second half than the first half. But overall thoughts, EA, of this game?
I thought going to the game was about respect. Going into a bye, you have to figure out a way to go in and say, hey, these are a couple things that we need to fix. And we're playing at a good break as far as defense is concerned. Offensively, you find a way to kind of get some things going. Facing a defense that was giving up 139 yards rushing, so you think the running game's going to be there. This is a disappointment. Yeah. There's no doubt about it. This is a disappointment on both sides of the ball, and I'm pretty sure this bye week is not going to be a time where you can take a lot of time off. Attention to details important.
Gotta work.
Doubt. And once again, for me, man, it's in-game adjustments. We had no answer for in-game adjustments. Our first 15, we go straight down the field. We score a touchdown as planned. Running the ball, throwing the ball as planned. Really good drive. As the game went on, we had no in-game adjustments, especially offensively. We had no answers. We scored on the first drive, and I don't even know when we score again in the second half on another drive, touchdown-wise.
Yeah.
We're just a real inconsistent football team right now, and we got to focus on doing the little things right. That's how you're going to be a good football team, a consistent football team, the little things right.
All right, three big things we're going to cover here on Raiders Game Day. Joe Burrow had a huge day, 5 touchdowns against the Raiders defense. Also, there was a quarterback change in the middle of this game. We saw Desmond Ridder come in. Is it the end for Gardner Minshew? Does Desmond Ridder get a chance out of the bye? What happens when AOC comes back? Yeah. All questions we'll ask, and we'll take a look back at the month of October, where the Raiders participated in the Crucial Catch campaign to battle cancer, and it was a moving month for the Raiders. Let's get to the game. Brock Bowers has been the highlight of the season for the Raiders. Here on the opening drive, this was a great game plan. Come out throwing the ball. I like this, right?
How many times have we seen that from this young man? He's leading the league in receptions.
Yeah, and this one is a pass interference.
Yeah.
Look, one hand almost made it there. And look, this was I do like what Luke Getsy came out and did. He said, you know what, let's go to Brock, let's go to Jacoby, get it to the players that make plays. And so they come out slinging and they get into the red zone early. Later in the drive, Alexander Madison.
Good hard-nosed run right there.
That's right, 3 yards to the Cincinnati 2.
Our first 15, we ran them to a T. Go down the field, score a touchdown. That's a walk-in touchdown right there. He still got his flags on. That's a big-time drive right there by the Raiders to start the football game. First 15 worked.
Encouraging.
Yep.
And
That's
JJ,
what he does.
You're right. That first 15 scripted is money.
Well, we're going to talk about it, and here's the Bengals on their first 15. Would they respond? They go to Chase Brown. Remember, Zach Moss is out, so let's see if they continue to use him. They go to Drew Sample here for 2 yards.
Way to rally, though.
Trayvon Merritt comes up with a great tackle. 4th down Bengals, 4th and 3. And they make it happen. They convert 11-yard pass to Tanner Hudson. 1st down Bengals now inside the 10.
You know, that's really good job. Look at the little eyes going one way. I mean, this dude is money.
You got to account for his legs, too. Joe Burrow is mobile, could get outside the pocket, as you see right here. So that was a great job on 4th down.
I'm going to say this one
Looking like he going to run. Checking it down, eyes down the field, and this right here.
Where's our edge at? Where's our edge? I'm going to say.
It wasn't there. Definitely weren't setting that edge.
You got to have edge. You got to have edge.
And look, this is the backup running back. They went to about 6 or 7 times in that drive and beat them in the touchdown to score that. So here we're in the second quarter, Bengals with the ball. That's to Eric All. Then later in the drive, Joe Burrow finds Chase Brown again, backup running back.
Tackle.
And look what he's able to do.
Yeah, he's running hard. He's trying to get him a job.
Next play, 1st and 10. Again, Chase Brown.
All right, good job. That's the way to go.
Nate Hobbs, though, is injured on the play.
That's a blow.
Guys, Hobbs,
And injuries were huge in this game for the Raiders. We're going to talk about it. Then the entire offensive line was knocked out at one point. This was a huge missed opportunity here as Max Crosby tips it, and Lalu can't come down with it.
In a game that's so tight, you can't afford to miss these opportunities right here.
Yeah, the big dog tried, though. The big dog tried.
And that was at the Las Vegas 26, so they were already within scoring range there. And here on 4th and 10,
but we held them to a field goal.
The attempt is good.
Field goal.
So the Bengals take a lead, 10-7. Let's see what the Raiders do on the next possession. It's 2nd and 9.
Finding.
And let's go to Jacoby Myers.
yeah.
Really good ball. I like that ball by Minshew right there. Back shoulder ball. Give Jacoby an opportunity to adjust to the football. Big time play. Get the ball out of Minshew's hands. Let your playmakers make plays. We have playmakers.
Big chunk play, 20 yards. Very next
I
play.
like
Go to
it.
him again. Look
JJ,
at
you said you like this
I like
one,
that play call right there. A tighter formation. You got Brock and you got Jacoby on the same side. You run slant flat. Jacoby, one of the best route runners in the business, especially off the line of scrimmage. Another explosive play.
Awesome.
Yep, 23 yards on that one. And 2 plays later at 2nd and 12, Gardner Minshew is sacked for a loss of 7 yards by Trey Hendrickson. Look, half of the line was gone, the whole left side at this point. The backups were out. Raiders settle for a field goal.
Tied up.
Tied up.
Tied up.
We need to think about the exit plan of our quarterback. You have to have an idea of where you're going to exit in certain situations. Just didn't seem like we were straight on that aspect.
Here's a problem, EA. When the other team gets the ball, 2 minutes left in the half, they go on scoring drives, and here is one for the Bengals. That was a roughing the passer play by Max Crosby. It was offsides at first, and there was a little confusion, but the roughing the passer stands.
Yeah, this is unfortunate there.
And it moved it to the Bengals 33, to the Vegas 33.
There's
That's
that
a good
guy.
cut. It's a good cut. Good run.
Chase Brown had a really good game.
Bringing it. Great
Tackle.
play call, but you got to tackle because this young man is strong. He runs through tackles, but great play call. So we had a blitz going and had to screen.
And it's 1st and 10 here in the red zone, and Andre Yoshivas gets it in. And so yet again, at the end of the second half, the Raiders give up a scoring drive. It should have been 10-10. They would have been able to hold them. Instead, they go to the half down 7 points at 17-10. Let's go to the third quarter. Opening drive of the half,
There's
and
that guy again.
Chase Brown.
Not only is there that guy again, he 10 yards down the field and he ain't touched yet.
3 plays later,
Yeah.
pass interference call on Jack Jones.
Got us right at the end. They got
You're
us
expecting
right
a
there.
back shoulder fade. It
Yeah.
doesn't come. So, yeah. All right.
And 3 plays later, it's 3rd and 2 at the Las Vegas 2. And Joe Burrow.
It's a great job by Joe buying time.
No one's on the edge.
No one's on the edge. Again, to your point, EA, and he finds Drew Sample in the end zone, 2 yards for the touchdown. Now the Bengals are pulling away 24-10. So you're starting to get uneasy. It's a 2-score lead now, and the Raiders need to do something. You don't do something like this after the other team scores a touchdown. Trouble with the handoff to DJ Turner. It is recovered by Logan Wilson and returned for 10 yards.
How do you deal with adversity? How do you deal with it? You know, you have to find a way to get a stop here. Okay, it's a bad play. And that's kind of what you have to do as a team. You have to overcome these bad situations. We haven't been able to do that from the beginning of the season.
And so it's 2nd and 11 from the Vegas 11. That's tough again for the defense.
Joe Burrow is dealing right now.
He was.
He got a really good feel for the pocket.
Yeah,
They
look
ran
at
a
that.
stunt right there with Max. He goes to where Max was leaving.
Eyes are always up so you
Down
can
the
find those
field.
holes, right?
Mike Gesicki gets with a touchdown. And look who's in the third
All right.
quarter with 5 minutes. It's Desmond Ridder, quarterback change. Gardner Minshew is out. Here is his first play. It is to Brock Bowers. Hey, that's a good choice.
Ball out quick, ball out
Next
quick.
play, 2nd and 9.
Pressure.
Incomplete. He was looking for Brock Bowers, who was defensed by Trey Hendrickson. Next play, 3rd and 9. Again, an incomplete pass. He was looking for his
okay.
homeboy from
I
Cincinnati,
like
Trey
I like
Tucker.
that decision right there,
Yes,
though.
yeah.
He knows where he wanted to go with the
Hey,
football.
1-8.
This is what we've been waiting for. Jack Jones
Way to jump it,
comes
my
up
man.
with the pick 6. So the Raiders have some life here. It's
Yeah.
Bengals 31, Raiders 17.
Great job by slipping on line of scrimmage. Eyes in the backfield. Good job.
Hey,
Good
that's
job,
film
Jack.
study right there. You know
Yeah.
those plays is coming. That's film study. Jump it, go make a play, and then this is what we need more of. This is called consistency.
Squeeze,
Back-to-back
yeah.
plays by
Strong
Jack
plays.
Jones right here.
Very
Pick
good.
6, and then you knock the ball down.
Good that.
Like you said,
Sticky.
EA, we're
Look at
going to
that.
look, and then we're going to play them hands.
Get your hands through. Yeah, be violent when you're getting those hands through, guys.
So the Raiders' next possession. 1st and 10, Desmond Ridder. He gets in a little rhythm here. We're starting to see what he
Yeah.
can do. He gets it to Brock Bowers for 6 yards, and 2 plays later, 3rd and 4.
Okay.
He gets it to Jacoby Myers, 7 yards. Again, getting
I
it
know that
to
guy.
the playmaker's
I know 89,
hands.
I know 16.
Yep.
Down to the Cincinnati 34. Later in the drive, 3rd and 4. Desmond Ridder is sacked.
That's just a play right there
Yeah.
by that man right there, 91. He just wins right now. Whoa, as you can
get away,
see,
get it.
ain't nothing Desmond Ritter can do right there. I mean, that's quick. Gosh.
Yeah.
So the Raiders are forced to punt on this drive, but then after the Bengals are punting, so the defense did a good job on the next possession, there's a flag thrown.
Discipline.
Man, it's 4th and 2.
Discipline.
Offside.
You shouldn't even be trying to go.
43 is a player we don't see very often, so he makes a mistake. He keeps the drive alive, first down Bengals, and then this happens.
Another great play call because they're faking the receiver screen.
Yeah.
So
Mike
we
is
just
second.
ran
One he
that.
picked.
Yeah. So now the nickel guy is running
Jack
to go
went for
catch it. Look
again.
at that.
If you look at that right there, Jack went to pick it again.
It's a 47-yard touchdown on a
So-
drive that they were punting the ball.
The guy up in the box said we're going to move it to the other side, run the same play, and you're not going to throw it.
Gosh.
That's Desmond Ridder with a loss of 17 yards again. Trey Hendrickson comes after him, the fumble, and it's recovered by Logan Wilson. That's the 19th turnover on the season. The Raiders lead the NFL in turnovers.
Wow. That's 19 turnovers, you said?
19.
It's not good.
Later in the fourth, here we are in
There
garbage
you go.
time,
There you
2nd and
go.
8.
Outside the pocket.
This was a nice
Ooh.
pass.
Yes.
So a little glimpse there,
Yep.
little glimpse of hope
Right.
of what Desmond Ridder might be able to do
Fine,
as
89.
Brock Bowers gets the
I
touchdown.
know my
His
89,
second.
my 89's right here.
know what I'm
right
saying?
next to me. I found it. Yeah.
Right.
Be told, get it
89s
to me too,
89s do
man.
big things.
You
They
know
do
what
big
I'm
things.
saying?
Here's the final game stats brought to you by Sports Water. Look at the rushing.
Yeah.
Look at the rushing. What did you say to me, James, when we sat down at this? You said how many rushing yards we
That's
got?
how many rushing yards?
60.
Yeah, I thought you was
60,
lying.
as opposed to 130. 130 the Raiders gave up on the ground. And look at third down. Third down against the Chiefs and against the Bengals on defense has been rough for the Raiders, but the red zone. 5 times Joe Burrow gets into the red zone, and 4 times he scores. So look, they're playing bad football right now. You
Yep.
can't lie to Raider Nation.
That
Y'all are
is-
smart football analysts and fans. You know what's happening. You know what you saw. And so some big decisions need to be made. What is going to happen at the quarterback position? How can we get the ball into our playmakers' hands consistently? And why is a defense that has played well at times, why do they keep being put in a position often where it's a short field?
Yeah.
Or there's turnovers. But they're not off the hook.
No,
They're
no,
not,
no.
They gave 130
no.
yards on the ground. So,
Yeah,
you know, they're
to
not off the
a
hook either.
backup kinda
to
running
a
back,
backup
right.
running back. Zach Moss is their starting running back for Cincinnati.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
just overall takeaway of what do you think some of the biggest decisions that need to be made like in the bye, based on what you saw today?
Well, lack of execution. And what I mean by that is offensive line wise, and I think any offense, you have to be able to have some plays that are your bread and butter. Right now, we just have saltines right now. We don't have bread and butter, you know, and I think that's one of the issues we have after that first 15. Usually, after the first 15, offensively, you come back to a group of plays that you have confidence that are going to work. I'm not sure when the coach looks at the play sheet if he's really comfortable with anything he sees on that sheet. And that's why
That's a
I think
tough
there's
position
so
to be in.
many receiver screens in third and long. So it's always, but defensively, if I'm a defensive guy, I know that's coming, right? So I'm going to get my team prepared for that. And if you can beat us with something else, by all means, get it. But right now, just no confidence in anything, putting your team in difficult situations.
What week are we in right now?
9.
This is 9.
We just finished week 8. What's
We're in
our?
9. We
What's
just
our-
finished 9 today.
Oh, 9 today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
9. What's our identity? Offensively?
Turning the ball, leading the league in turnovers.
Yeah.
That is really the identity right now.
So we don't have no identity on offense. Number 1, check. That's not good. We're not stopping the run on defense.
Yeah,
Check.
yeah.
That's not good.
That's right.
We're inconsistent in making plays, big time plays. We don't make explosive plays. We're inconsistent in making big time plays. That's a check. That's a sign of a football team that needs to take this bye week and you need to get back to the fundamentals. And you need to go out here. I don't care if the game plan is to run the ball 37,000 times this next game after the bye. That's your identity. I don't care what you got to do, but we have to do the little things right. We are inconsistent right now. We do not do the little things right, and that is why we are not a good football team. It's penalties, it's turnovers,
Yeah.
right? It's no identity on offense, and we're giving up explosive plays on defense.
Yeah.
That is
You really think they should
2-7.
run the ball 37,000 times if they decide that's their
I'm
identity?
just saying is we got to figure out what our identity is. If your identity is spreading them out and throwing the ball 60 times,
that should be the identity.
then spread the ball out and throw it 60 times. If it's run the ball, if you want to get off the bus running the ball, if that's the football you want to play, let's do that.
That's not working right now, but we're going to talk about that more. We're going to take a break. We're going to get Jason Horowitz's thoughts. He called the game for the Raiders. We'll get some perspective on the back end of the break.
I think Jay's going to go change, too.
Oh, you're going to go change? I don't like that outfit. Put something different on.
Tighter on.
Jason looks good.
Hey Raider Nation, when you come to see the Raiders take the field at Allegiant Stadium, you should do it from the best seats in the house. So grab an ice cold Coors Light, and you can enter to win tickets for these Coors Light silver seats at Allegiant Stadium. With plush seating, state-of-the-art beverage coolers, and wireless phone chargers, there's no better place to watch your Raiders bring home the win. Celebrate responsibly.
It's in our very nature to find exhilaration in the new, to seek the excitement of the unexpected, an endless yearning to experience what lies beyond the everyday.
Every year, millions fly with us at Allegiant because together, we go places. We see old friends and try new things. We laugh. We really like to laugh. And reconnect. We remember. And we wander, which leads to wonder. From how we go to where we go to what we do when we get there, we go further together.
You're doing it.
You got this.
Yes, this is great.
Looking good, guys.
Thanks!
Oh, hey, Pickle!
Hi, Dad!
I brought Mom's glasses from the hotel.
Oh, great! She's in the ballroom, the big one!
I'm coming up.
Vacations are better with the credit gods on your side. Rewards once available to the few are now accessible to the many. Earn points for travel with Credit One Bank and live large.
In 300 feet, turn left.
With Cox's fiber-powered internet, you can do brilliant things.
Exit approaching.
Like upload your voice to Dad's GPS in no time flat.
And I miss you, Daddy. Happy birthday.
Get multi-gig download speeds powered by fiber. Upgrade your internet today with Cox, the nation's fastest internet provider. Limited availability in select areas.
Raiders Game Day is brought to you by Allegiant, the official airline of the Raiders. Low fares, non-stop flights, only at Allegiant.com. America First Credit Union, the official credit union of the Las Vegas Raiders. Modelo, a reward for those with a fighting spirit, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly, imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois. And by Cox, proud partner of the Las Vegas Raiders. Tough loss for the Raiders, 41-24 to the Bengals in Cincinnati. They are now 2-7 on the season. And to give us perspective on this loss, we bring in our play-by-play announcer, Jason Horowitz. Jason, I know you complain we only bring you in a loss, but it is because you do offer a lot of perspective in a situation like this. Let's start off with probably the biggest storyline right now is the quarterback. They bring in Desmond Ridder in the third quarter, and it's very hard to evaluate because of the situation of which he was brought into. But what were your thoughts when you saw him come in and now knowing we're going into the bye week?
Yeah, a couple of different things. Number one, he gave them some energy. I think that's great. The down 31-17 after the Jack Jones pick six, and they got the 3 and out. He moved the ball into a spot where he was really close on hitting that 4th down pass to Jacoby Jones. I mean, he was drilled. They had all kinds of pressure, and he put it out there, just missed it. But I actually was really impressed with his accuracy. There were some throws, even late in the game, the touchdown to Brock Bowers, conversion to Jacoby Myers on the Bengals sideline that was just put that far over the defender's hands. And he's making some accurate throws on the move and with some stuff. So I like that. The question obviously for this team is, when Aiden O'Connell is healthy and off of IR, do they go back that way? Do they want to see what they have with Desmond Ridder, who they picked up off the Cardinals practice squad? And he's still young, right? Aiden O'Connell's only in his second year. Desmond Ridder, who had 17 starts for Atlanta in his first 2 years. So those guys are still young. I think you probably want to go that route to see what you have as opposed to the veteran in Gardner Minshew, because we've seen that for 9 games. And with the exception really of the fourth quarter in Baltimore and first quarters of other games, the offense just hasn't moved consistently. And I think you got to see what else is there.
My man, I know what I'm yelling at the TV. Just tell us from your eyes, man, what you seen out there today from calling the game.
Yeah. Well, I think it's the other part to today was the unfortunate amount of injuries, right? You already came in. Andre James was out today, and so Jackson Powers-Johnson gets the start at center. So you move you move Cody Whitehair back into the starting lineup at left guard. Colton Miller goes down. Andrus Peat comes in to replace him. He goes down. Cody Whitehair goes down. So that is your entire left side of the line, plus your backups who go down. So Thayer Mumford comes in, and the left side, and Trey Hendrickson had 4 sacks today. So that was the first thing you saw. You saw early in the game today that a Raiders run defense, which had gotten better, over the course of the last 3-4 weeks, was just getting gassed. Chase Brown, 5-6 yards a carry, some more of that. His first career 100-yard game. So you saw some of that. I thought we saw a fight in the third and fourth quarter, especially after being down by 21. So I'll take that, and that's positive. But there's just not enough big plays. There's not enough pressure on Joe Burrow. There's not enough stops in the ground game. And then you go back to third down last week for Kansas City, and then third down today for Joe Burrow, especially in the first 3 quarters. And they're talking about 75% over a 2-game period, where the middle part of the NFL is right around 38%, and that is double that. And so that can't happen too, and they know that. They got to fix that.
Well, that adversity we always talk about, it seems like each and every game, there's a point in the football game where, you face some adversity and this team has not been able to respond the correct way. Is that a experience thing because of the injuries, or is that players just not being good enough?
Yeah, I don't know, EA, if it's an experience thing, right? Because I know we have a lot of younger guys in a lot of spots, but there's also a lot of veterans, too, on this team. And the defensive line, Adam Butler's played well this year, obviously with Max and John Jenkins. Those guys are veterans, right? Robert Spillane has been in the league for a while. Divine Diablo and, Nate Hobbs before he goes down. Those guys are in their 4th year. Trayvon Merrick's in his 4th year, and they've been starters really their whole career. So I don't think that perspective is inexperience. And then the offensive line, Colton Miller was playing better. He had a rough start to the year. He was playing a lot better, but he goes down. Cody Whitehair, Andrus Peat, those guys are both above 30 years old, so there's a lot of experience, Pro Bowl experience there too. So maybe when you have an offensive line combination that probably never took a lot of reps together, if any at all, in the last 10 weeks, maybe you got a little bit of that inexperience, but I don't know that explains the 2-7 part to this first half of the year.
Just overall, where do they go from here? What decisions have to be made during the bye week?
Well, I asked Lincoln that question towards the end of this ball game, and we were talking about how do you handle the bye week. And obviously, Antonio Pierce and Tom Telesco will get together, and they'll figure it out with Luke Getsy and Patrick Graham. First and foremost, who's going to be the quarterback, right? Is it going to be Desmond Ridder or Gardner Minshew, whoever's healthy? And is it Aiden O'Connell when he comes back from the broken thumb? So you got to decide that. You have to see what's going on with the offensive line and the injuries. We don't know the extent of it with Colton Miller. Dylan Parham's been working his way back, and he was active today for the first time in a couple of weeks. So you have to see who's even available, and then you got to figure that out. And then the other part to this, and I know there's a lot of conversation about the future beyond this year, but there's not a single guy in the locker room that's thinking about that, right? A lot of these guys are worried about this year, next year, not necessarily the future of this organization. So quarterbacks 1, how they're going to handle offensive line play 2, and then how do we figure out ways to get Jacoby Myers, Trey Tucker, and Brock Bowers the ball more consistently? You know, the ground game hasn't been there. They have not been able to run the ball all year. They're the worst in the league. You know, I know that's been the emphasis. I think that can't be the identity anymore because that is not this team's identity.
No, you got to use the pass to almost set up the run, reverse it going forward. Jason Horowitz, you always do such a great job. Great listening to you. We appreciate you jumping on. Have a safe travels.
Thanks, Jason.
To Las Vegas.
Join us in Miami, right?
Yeah, we'd love to go out there. It's nice and beautiful. Thanks a lot, Jason. We'll see you after the bye.
Yep, see you guys.
Gardner Minshew and Desmond Ridder and what they did today. Minshew only had 124 passing yards, didn't throw an interception, did have the turnover on passing the ball or handing the ball off to DJ Turner, but an 81 passer rating. Desmond Ridder had a 99 passer rating. You know, if you're up around 100, that's pretty good. He threw a touchdown and was 11 for 16. So it was a small sample size.
Yep.
We're not really sure what we're getting, but JJ, I know you kind of have a realistic view about Desmond Ridder. Based on what you've seen before. He is young.
Yes.
And could grow.
Yes. What I will say is Gardner Minshew should be the starting quarterback until AOC is ready. I do not think Desmond Ridder is ready to be the starting quarterback for this football team. Number one, he rarely knows the playbook. I don't think a bye week is going to give him this whole playbook. And our playbook, to be honest with you, we don't have an identity with the whole playbook with Gardner Minshew. So if you have a couple packages in for him, I don't think that suits Brock. I don't think that suits Jacoby. I don't think that suits the run game. I would stick with Gardner Minshew, go back to the basics, go back to the fundamentals, figure out what kind of offense you want to be. When AOC comes back, put AOC in the game. But I think Ridder, he did a really good job coming in there. Could have protected him a little better, but I still think this is Minshew's football team.
Yeah, it's hard to evaluate a young man when the situation is like it was, where you know he's going to pass. You're not sure how much of the game plan he understands and knows, and it's basically a 2-minute. And everyone has a 2-minute. You've been running 2 minutes since you've been in high school. But if you don't have protection, I don't care who you are. You're not going to be able to be successful. The timing and the rhythm of practice is totally different from being in this situation here where the timing of the routes have to be on point. Your presence in the pocket. Are you going to slide left? Are you going to slide right? None of these linemen understand what you're going to do in the middle of a football game. So we cannot evaluate this young man based on this right here.
Yeah.
Now, if they want to evaluate him through the bye week and think that he's the best option to play, and then hopefully he can bring us more of this here outside the pocket when the play is broken down. That's the one area that I thought Gardner was going to excel at.
He's not doing enough.
And he hasn't done enough at this point.
There's a bigger problem here, fellas. Andre James, Cody Whitehair, Colton Miller, Andres Pete, all injured. Dylan Parham was battling his way back. The entire left side of the line at one point was injured. It doesn't matter who plays back there because if boys like Trey Hendrickson keep coming after them, I mean, he had 4 sacks on the game. So if the offensive line is banged up, it's going to be tough to run the ball. There's going to be no pass protection. That getting healthy, maybe the bye comes at the right time.
That's a great point.
To get the line healthy.
I play with some special quarterbacks. If you ain't got no time, you ain't going to be no good.
Doesn't matter. All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, there were some highlights. Jack Jones came up big in this game, 2 big plays, and Jacoby Myers continues to be one of the best receivers on this team. He makes plays. We'll be right back.
Dude, you're looking ice cold.
You look ice cold, bro. Hey guys, somebody's coming. Somebody's coming.
Let's do it.
There comes a day
When I'll be the one
you dream.
It's gonna.
It's gonna be me.
Dude, are you crying?
Taste is not an option. Taste is everything. 1800, the world's most awarded tequila.
You've earned this, so hold it up high. Your 5-star chefs on 4 wheels, running your kitchen all over town. pushing through working hours and after hours. No matter rain or shine. Because when you stay hungry, your neighborhood stays fed. You are a fighter, and this is your reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter.
It's in our very nature to find exhilaration in the new, to seek the excitement of the unexpected, an endless yearning to experience what lies beyond the everyday.
In 300 feet, turn left.
With Cox's fiber-powered internet, you can do brilliant things.
Exit approaching.
Like upload your voice to Dad's GPS in no time flat.
And I miss you, Daddy. Happy birthday.
Get multi-gig download speeds powered by fiber. Upgrade your internet today with Cox, the nation's fastest internet provider. Limited availability in select areas.
Intermountain Health understands that life can be a challenging game, and mental wellness is vital to our overall health. It takes courage to admit when we're not okay, and even more to reach out. If you or someone you know is struggling or in crisis, call or text 988 or visit strongestplay.com for mental wellness resources. So the Raiders enter the bye week on a 5-game losing streak. While there is much to evaluate during the bye week, there were some highlights throughout the game. We talked all week about playmakers coming up big and making plays, and both Jack Jones and Jakobi Meyers were able to do that against the Bengals. To break it down for us, let's send it over to EA and JJ.
All right, Amber, thanks a lot. There were some bright spots in this football game, and of course, Jack Jones doing what he does best, recognizing the situation, 1st and 10 right now. You know what, number one, motion out the backfield, that's not where it really starts at, and this is a great shot of him understanding where they want to try and get the ball to, pick, and take it to the house like we should have had last week.
No doubt.
But this is really incredible by Jack because he understands the situation, knowing that this team wants to get their number one receiver involved in the game. This right here, like just avoid the receiver, and great job running through the catch area and finishing in the end zone. Outstanding job by Jack.
That's a
Not
big-time
only
defensive play
right,
right there.
yeah. And I like him in the press.
Yeah.
I like him up press. And this is another opportunity. Again, up in press formation. Hey, man, I got you man to man. What you got? Can't just challenge you. Just compete here. And I love the way he's really aggressive through the hands, right? No matter what, once you see the ball, look at that. No hand up, squeeze, get in that hip pocket, and get aggressive as you go through the catch spot. You love that fact about Jack, but I love to see him in press coverage. It really gets him going and gets him motivated.
That's really good. You talking DBs, I'm talking wideouts, and I'm talking press coverage wideouts too. Jakobi is a number one receiver in this league. You press man-to-man him, he will win every single time. Love the release, but I love the ball placement. You give him time to adjust. You see Minshew didn't throw this thing on the rope. He put some air under it. Let Jakobi see it, find it, and get his hands up on the ball. But this is press coverage, right? He is one of the best in the league at press coverage. Love the air. He knows if the DB's over the top of me, my eyes come back to the quarterback, and I'll be able to make a play on the ball. Press coverage again. I'm telling you, I got to get on the my business.
I love
spinning
that.
him in circles, yards after catch. But look at the separation that he creates off the line of scrimmage. It ain't too many receivers in our game that's creating separation like that. Immediately, Jakobi Meyers can, and he's a big-time playmaker.
You got to go there all
I know our identity, EA. Our identity is to get the ball to 16 and to get the ball to 89.
Which 89? Which 89?
Brock.
You or
no. This 89 hamstrings is done. Brock Bowers, get it to him, but we're gonna get it back to you, Amber.
He's not as good as he once was, but he's as good once if he ever was. Put him in, coach. Put him in once. Look, the Raiders, this is why JJ's saying what he's saying. You got to get the ball to the pass catchers because the run game is just not working. Rush attempts. Alexander Madison had 9 for 36 yards. Amir Abdullah, 4 for 12 yards. Zamir White, he did have a touchdown, but averaged 1.7 yards per carry.
Hey,
so the run game's not working.
I got a question for you.
Go ahead. I do believe you could get a first down.
How many catches do you think I have in me right now?
I told you I believe you. Put you in for one day. You got to get one first down. I think you could do it. But look, this is what you just said, JJ. About what you think the both of you. Let's play offensive coordinator. What should this offense look like coming out of the bye?
This offense should be 4 wideouts, 1 running back, and the wideout includes the tight end. That is number 89. So 3 wide receivers, 1 tight end. We call it zebra formation. 3 wideouts, 1 tight end, 1 running back in the backfield. Spread people out, get the ball to 16, get the ball to 89. That is our identity. Those are the playmakers. The running backs are not the playmakers. The playmakers are 16 and 89. How many times can we game plan, whether it's quick game, whether it's taking shots down the field, to get the football in those guys' hands?
Okay,
That's
EA, let me ask you a different question. If you are, based on what he just said, you're the defense. You know this is a team that can't run the ball, so they went to the zebra formation.
Right.
You know what's coming. So doesn't that make it predictable? If you're a team that's one-dimensional and can only go to Jacoby and can only go to Brock Bowers.
Yeah, that's where I'm going to pressure the quarterback. I'm going to heat you up, force the offensive lineman to be able to block and protect the quarterback, right? And that's where the matchups come. So if we have a matchup in our favor in 89, that's where you have to go. So it's a cat and mouse game. It's chess here, but you have to figure out a way to take those opportunities in the middle of the football field. We've been very successful having those 15 to 18-yard plays in the middle of the football field with both Brock and Jacoby. Have to find a way to continue to get through those. If you can get to those routes in 11 personnel, which we're talking about, 1 tight end, 1 running back, by all means, get it done. I think that first drive said a lot about the personnel and figuring out a way how we can dictate to the defense and what formations we can do.
And that's why Amber's the host, because those is great questions. And that's why I say in-game adjustments, because you say bring pressure.
Right.
Bring pressure. And that's why you put 89 on the outside. When you bring pressure, what do you got to play?
Right.
Man to man. 90% of the time.
And then he's going to win that penalty on the first drive. It was because it was a mismatch.
And not only
it
that,
was a mismatch, and DBs can't cover him.
And if you see the defense getting the man-to-man, then let's get in some bunch formations. We still in 3 wide, 1 tight end, bunch formations, motions. Make them communicate. We have answers for it all. Just got to do it.
By the way, Brock Bowers, 50% of his catches are for a first down. He's a first down machine.
First down.
Moving the change.
Sound
All
like
right, when
me.
we come back, we're going to hear from Coach Antonio Pierce as he is taking the podium in Cincinnati. We'll be right back on Raiders Game Day.
You've earned this, so hold it up high. It's your job to stock the city, restaurants and rooftops, bars and basements. Every corner store. And when it gets tough, you stay driven. Give it all you got, going nonstop with 20 stops. Because at the end of the day, every single round is on you. You are a fighter, and this is your reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter.
Dude, you're looking ice cold.
You look ice cold, bro. Guys, somebody's coming. Somebody's coming.
Let's do it.
There comes a day
When I'll be the one.
you dream.
It's gonna.
It's gonna be rain.
Dude, are you crying?
You're doing it.
You got this.
Yes, this is great.
Looking good, guys.
Thanks!
Oh, hey, Pickle!
Hi, Dad!
I brought Mom's glasses from the hotel.
Oh, great! She's in the ballroom, the big one!
I'm coming up!
Vacations are better with the credit gods on your side. Rewards once available to the few are now accessible to the many. Earn points for travel with Credit One Bank and live large.
This segment of Raiders Game Day is brought to you by Twitch. Be sure to check out the Raiders' fifth quarter podcast. Listen and follow wherever you podcast.
Basically 5 ankle injuries. Have you ever seen anything like that at one specific area?
No. Just got depleted. Guys kept battling to the very end, though. I appreciate the fight.
You made the change of quarterback. What did you see there? What was the reason for the change?
Trying to get a spark for offense.
Anthony, do you feel like you guys have hit rock bottom, or where do you guys go from
Today wasn't a good day in the office. Got the bye week to reset. Need to look at everything. And when I say everything, everything.
Is there anything that you can put your finger on why it
No, that wasn't a good enough effort. Obviously, the score tells you that. It looked like that the entire game, except for probably the first quarter. But again, just going to have to reset over the bye week. Got enough time to sit there and really dive into what we can do to fix this, because it can't continue.
What were your impressions of Desmond when he came in?
I mean, just probably what I thought. You know what I mean? Yeah. We didn't get to see the athleticism until late, but you did get to see that, see the move around the pocket, you see the strong arm. I mean, again, he's 10 days in the building, but I thought obviously, he's competing. And I asked the guys at the very end, just keep competing, fellas. Fight, have some pride about it, and I thought they did that.
Antonio, I know you guys have had some injuries on defense, but is there any explanation for why the defense hasn't played as well this year as it was last year?
I got a whole week to figure that out, and we got to do that. We got to do a better job as a staff. Today, what were they? 4 for 5 to start the game with scoring, and obviously that wasn't expected. And again, high expectations for the defense, and obviously we're not playing well enough.
Are you guys better at anything now than you were when you took over?
One more time.
Are you better at things now than when you took over?
The record says otherwise. Says that that's not. So.
Here is a trend that is a problem. Here is our one big number. The Raiders keep giving up points at the very end of the first half. The Raiders have been outscored in the final 2 minutes of the first half, 47-6 this season. We saw that today. Where Daniel Carlson hits a 46-yard field goal with 3 minutes left, and the Raiders tie the game up. It's 10-10. Joe Burrow gets the ball and proceeds to lead the Bengals down the field and ends with a touchdown to Andre Yosevas, 10 yards. And all of a sudden, it's 17-10, which is a lot different going into the half when it's 17, when you're down and they get the ball coming out.
Yeah.
That is a huge momentum swing, but that has been a trend every single game, I think, except for one game.
Yeah, that's
they gave up points under 2 minutes in the half.
And to be honest with you, that's why people defer, because they know they want to double up.
Look at that, JJ. Week 1, 26 seconds left, a field goal. Week 2 against the Ravens, 3 seconds left, they give up a field goal. Panthers, a touchdown. Broncos, a field goal as time expired on that one. The Steelers, 34 seconds left in the half, touchdown. The rest of the games they have played since then, they have given up a touchdown with under 2 minutes left to go in the half.
That urgency on offense. All right, so when you're in that situation, it's about 2 minutes. It's about making sure like you're taking the best thing that we do defensively away. So the pass rush is not really going to bother it because the ball's going to be out fast. And so if you're picking on, the middle of the defense, the secondary, you're finding spots with the quarterback being mobile. So it's really about the strength of our defense doesn't really have a say-so in that because you're taking that pass rush away because the quarterback is finding holes, finding areas, receivers downfield, finding spots. So the urgency in the offense and the lack of defensively on our part, being able to get after a quarterback is that key.
Don't you practice that, though? Isn't there 2-minute defense just like 2-minute offense in practice?
For sure.
The defense is going against the offense that is practicing their 2-minute offense, right?
Without a doubt. But when we're practicing that, we're thinking our pass rush is going to get there. Right?
Yeah.
We have Max. We have at the beginning of the season, we had all those Kuntz and Wilkinson.
Yeah, but I'm assuming if you're showing our big number on offense too, I'm assuming it's 3 and out, punt, because we're not scoring before the half neither offensively.
Good
so
point.
we ain't in our 4-minute offense or 2-minute offense to go down there and score some points to help the defense out. And number 2, teams see these big numbers, and that's why they are deferring. Because they know we're going to get the ball second quarter and we're going to go down and score and we're going to get the our kickoff return, and we get to double up on them. So we got to do a better job offensively and defensively finishing halves.
When we come back, we're going to switch gears. It was an emotional month of October, crucial catch as the NFL does its part to battle the fight against cancer. This segment of Raiders Game Day is brought to you by America First Credit Union. For every Raiders first down at Allegiant Stadium this year, America First Credit Union will be donating $100 to a local charity.
How are you feeling?
I'm good.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Looking good, guys.
Thanks!
Oh, hey, Pickle!
Hi, Dad!
I brought Mom's glasses from the hotel.
Oh, great! She's in the ballroom, the big one!
I'm coming up!
Vacations are better with the credit gods on your side. Rewards once available to the few are now accessible to the many. Earn points for travel with Credit One Bank and live large.
In 300 feet, turn left.
With Cox's fiber-powered internet, you can do brilliant things.
Exit approaching.
Like upload your voice to Dad's GPS in no time flat.
And I miss you, Daddy. Happy birthday.
Get multi-gig download speeds powered by fiber. Upgrade your internet today with Cox, the nation's fastest internet provider. Limited availability in select areas.
You've earned this, so hold it up high. Your 5-star chefs on 4 wheels, running your kitchen all over town, pushing through working hours and after hours. No matter rain or shine. Because when you stay hungry, your neighborhood stays fed. You are a fighter, and this is your reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter.
Every year, millions fly with us at Allegiant because together, we go places. We see old friends and try new things. We laugh. We really like to laugh. And reconnect. We remember. And we wander, which leads to wonder. From how we go to where we go to what we do when we get there, we go further together.
It's in our very nature to find exhilaration in the new, to seek the excitement of the unexpected, an endless yearning to experience what lies beyond the everyday.
Evelyn is my daughter. At 20 months old, she stumbled and fell at home. We rushed her to our hospital in Vegas and got the worst news a parent could imagine. She had an almost golf ball-sized tumor on her brain at 20 months old.
I found out when I was 20 weeks pregnant that there was some sort of tumor on her neck, diagnosed with stage 4 melanoma. when she was 3 years old. She got on a trial drug, and that saved her life.
We were trying to find an actual diagnosis for what was going on with him for about 4 months. He's doing his last round of chemo actually next week, a few days before the game. He's really excited about that, to finally be done with chemo, and then we're gonna do, a bunch of follow-ups to make sure that no cancer came back. He has a really high rate of success.
We got some special guests here today. We got Evelyn. Evelyn, come on up. We got Evelyn. Ruby. Jerry in the building.
Meet Ruby, Evelyn, and Jerry. 3 courageous cancer survivors who embody the strength and spirit of children fighting to stay healthy and happy.
Go Raiders!
Ruby, Evelyn, and Jerry remind us of the strength, positivity, and hope that make the fight against cancer possible. Thanks to life-saving care and support from caregivers at Intermountain's nationally ranked pediatric cancer services, they're healthy again and able to focus on just being kids.
What was your name? Evelyn. Yes, it is. Beautiful name. Okay, almost. Nice.
All right. I got stuck.
Gotta go score. There we go.
Oh, let's go.
I'm like, don't worry, I already told you.
I love it.
Harriman High.
How are you able to stay positive throughout your whole journey?
Focus on the positive, I guess.
Staying positive, looking at the brighter
like
things?
not focusing on the negative, I guess.
I'm so thankful that we ended up at primary in the Intermountain Health ecosystem. We've just felt good, and we've become a part of the family.
Intermountain Health, if I could say in a nutshell, has saved my daughter's life. There are so many people that play a part. They have greatly supported our family the last 11 years.
When we got there, we got more answers in like 6 hours than we did in 4 months. They took excellent care of us between the staff, the doctors, the nurses. Everybody has been just amazing and really awesome.
The relationship between the Las Vegas Raiders and Intermountain Health is one of, I think, mutual respect and ensuring positive growth and support in Southern Nevada. During the time that I've been here with the Raiders, it's been great to see Intermountain Health's commitment to just the pediatric health community and ensuring that children, regardless of their circumstance, have access to quality health care. That is clearly something that's needed here in Southern Nevada, and their laser focus on ensuring that happens is something that I think the Raiders should be proud of.
Intermountain is proud to bring the first ever standalone children's hospital to Nevada.
What was that?
Or the strongest person that you know?
I don't know. The Rock.
The Rock?
A facility that will allow the children of our communities to receive comprehensive care close to home, which we know can make all the difference. Our mission at Intermountain is to help people live the healthiest lives possible. With Nevada's first comprehensive children's hospital on the way, families won't have to travel out of state for care anymore.
Yeah. It's a nice symbol of strength there.
Good job.
This segment of Raiders Game Day is brought to you by Coca-Cola Zero Sugar, the official soft drink of the Las Vegas Raiders.
Taste is not an option. Taste is everything. 1800, the world's most awarded tequila.
In 300 feet, turn left.
With Cox's fiber-powered internet, you can do brilliant things.
Exit approaching.
Like upload your voice to Dad's GPS in no time flat.
And I miss you, Daddy. Happy birthday.
Get multi-gig download speeds powered by fiber. Upgrade your internet today with Cox, the nation's fastest internet provider. Limited availability in select areas.
Dude, you're looking ice cold.
You look ice cold, bro.
Guys, somebody's coming. Somebody's coming.
Let's do it.
There comes a day, gonna be a day when I'll be the one you dream. It's gonna be Ray.
Dude, are you crying?
Raiders Game Day is brought to you by Allegiant, the official airline of the Raiders. Low fares, non-stop flights, only at Allegiant.com. Credit One Bank, the official credit card of the Las Vegas Raiders. Coors Light, choose chill, an official beer of Raider Nation. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. And by Twitch, watch, discover, join in.
What was your mentality when you got in the game? How did you find out, and kind of how did your mind shift now knowing you were about to step on?
Yeah, I mean, it's my position and 32 other people's position like me in the league. You got to be ready to go at any snap. So it doesn't matter what happens. I just got to be ready to go, and I was. Like I said again, it felt great to be out there. It felt great to see the work that I've put in over the time, be able to come out there and put it on field.
All right, so Desmond Ridder going to be in the mix, considered in the quarterback decision that's about to come up. Is it going to be Aiden O'Connell when he becomes healthy? Is it Gardner Minshew? Is it Desmond Ridder? Who should it be? But sometimes it's time to reflect during the bye. And the reality is this team, the expectation was they're going to play phenomenal defense and they're going to be able to run the ball and Gardner Minshew will protect the ball. And that just hasn't happened. So the formula's got to change and the approach has got to change over these next couple of games, guys. This is what we got.
Yeah, we're going to see some. In Miami, that quarterback and that receiver combination is kind of nice.
Yeah, they looked I think they lost today to Buffalo, but they look well. Broncos playing good football, and obviously you got Patty Mahomes and the Chiefs. That Week 10 is what I'm looking at right there. Go back to the fundamentals, take care of the football, find out what you are and who you are offensively and defensively, and let's come out of the bye week with some energy.
Yep.
Because I don't see a lot of energy right now. We still got, 8 games left in this season? Let's come out with some energy, man, and play some football. But
recharge.
Take care of the football.
That's what Antonio
should be number one.
Pierce has done so well last year. Came in, motivated the men. That's why he got this job. I think we'll see AP go back to that as well and get them going out of the bye. All right, we'll see you guys coming up in Week 11 as they return to play against the Dolphins. For James Jones and Eric Allen, I'm Amber Theoharis. You guys enjoy the bye week.